thing that I really took away from my time playing at UNC, and something that Anson Dorrance would always say to us. He would say this, like, kind of, to be honest, at the time I was like, what is he talking about? But he would say, girls, I want you to live on a never-ending path of ascension. And I'd be like, whatever, why do you keep saying this? But actually, the older I get in my career and as a professional player, the more I realize this is something I wish I knew as a younger player, or kind of, not wish I knew, but wish I thought about, kind of the way I frame how I see what I do, is that, like, there's a lot of stuff as soccer players that we can't control. Obviously, whether we make a team, a coach's opinion of us, there's a lot of stuff. There are a lot of disappointments that aren't directly in our control. Like, you can do everything to the best of your ability and still not make the team or still not be a starter. And that stuff has happened to me for sure, many times, actually too many times. But really, like, what the never-ending path of ascension means that Anson would always talk about is just focusing on what you can control, which is you can make yourself better as a player and a person every single day. And for me, that's kind of what I'm doing. I try to chip away every day to get a little bit further along the path towards a vision of, you know, who I want to be as a person and a player. And I think, you know, even as a young player, if I could have just viewed it a little more like that, I've been slightly less concerned with where I was going and what teams I was going to make and the youth national teams and all that stuff. I think I would have been a little bit happier as a young player. Not that I wasn't happy, I love the sport, but I was very stressed out at times by someone's opinion of me, or who on my team was considered better than me. Those things I was and still am very competitive, so I would get obsessed with those things. But now, instead of comparing myself so much to other people and looking at, like, what I want to achieve and the dreams I still have, I kind of just try to say, okay, you know what, I have to trust that if those things are going to happen, they'll happen. If they're not going to happen, there's probably nothing I can do about it. They're not going to happen. So I do the best I can just to really improve myself. And as long as I continue improving, then I think I won't retire until I feel like that's expired. Like, I can't improve anymore as a player. Obviously, I could still improve as a person, I hope, at that point. And that's when I'll, you know, look to another avenue. But I think as long as I'm improving as a player and on that never-ending path of ascension, thank you, Anson, I think, you know, I can't see me ending my career.